What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 with our Soviet Union World Conquest. We are definitely in a little bit of a pickle, but in the last episode, the only real loss was Vladivostok, while making monumental gains on the western frontier. The only other thing I want to point out is it seems like we're not doing that fantastic up here in the north. And so what I want to try to do is these units are eventually going to starve out. All of these units are going to starve out as well. So all we really need to do is just push our way to the north, and then we're going to be fine. This unit here can make its way down, while this unit can make its way down, and these guys can make their way up. And I feel like that's going to be successful. Eventually we're going... Oh, looks like we already got it. We've got our very incredibly small navy, who is now going to be protecting the Barents Sea. And I guess the Norwegian coast. And all we're planning on doing now, looking at our navy, let's put everything inside Leningrad. I'm a little concerned if I even need this many carriers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce one more carrier inside Leningrad, and then fairly much from the rest of the game, we're probably going to be building a bunch of light cruisers to protect our carriers. So we'll see if this works. Our mountaineers are obviously pushing in. Everybody is taking damage. They have no supplies. So we are going to overrun just about anything they throw at us. And I also want to point out that this province actually extends all the way down. I have no idea if I'm even going to basically go that far, but we will see. Engineering Company 3 has been unlocked, so therefore we are going to be unlocking Signal Company 3. In fact, we did not click the right one. It is 1942, and we are making monumental infantry gains, so I am happy about that. We missed a spot. We got to reconquer that, or that would be a little awkward. Can this unit make its way to the island, and this unit conquer these Italians? So far, so good. I would like a very small front line, if anything. Okay, so what are we doing? So all we really need to do is pretty much just sit back and relax. Like I said, all we were doing is we were going ahead and we were building up a lot of our defensive, perimeters. And I would like to start making some gains once again. I feel like Danzig and all of these other areas that we've conquered. In fact, let's actually get our cavalry and add on some military police regiments. And who knows, maybe put on some cavalry, I get that that's going to take support equipment, and I get that it's going to take infantry equipment that we don't have. But who knows, maybe we can make a little bit of a difference with our new conquests. Alright, here goes my cavalry. Everybody is continuing the push. I would like to go ahead and reconquer that radar station, which I don't know where that is. I'm guessing it's in this province, but you would think we would see the radar station. Is it in this province? I don't even know where it is anymore. It's in this province. It says 2 of 0, so I guess that was the issue. I don't know. Maybe the Germans or whoever owns this, Hungary, has 0 radar, so that's why it didn't show up. Maybe they don't know how to use it. Alright, resistance to occupation as we expected, but now that our military police have finally arrived, things are going to be looking better. All 81 of these troops, we are probably going to create a front line where we can actually start pushing. And I think somewhat soon we might even activate this. And now I am obviously a little concerned because we don't seem to have the correct amount of supply. It's not 1943, so we're not going to be getting that variant. I think we should finally get advanced computing machines, getting the final research time reduction variant. We are still sinking quite a bit of... massive Japanese defeats. They've lost a bunch of carriers. But that's pretty much because we had radar and we had significant carrier bonuses, such as a lot more, naval bombers. Let's go ahead and send all of these units in and forward. I don't know if we're going to be successful, but let's actually go ahead and attack from 2 angles, so then we can definitely get some, more, variants. Okay, looking at our infantry equipment, we were going from about negative 1.5 thousand per day to about negative 500, so the infantry equipment variants are definitely improving. I see that support equipment is next. I don't know if we need all of those in support equipment, and I guess we can get one more infantry equipment variant. And eventually, once we start getting a surplus, we'll probably switch those over to something else. Probably tanks, I don't know. Maybe better air units, still don't know. I would like to continue this push, and I think we should. Can you guys move up and you guys move over? I think we can. Though, obviously, crossing through the river is going to be a little bit of an issue. As long as we keep pushing, a lot of these areas are going to eventually get repaired for free. So they're going to get their factories back, their infrastructure. Okay, things are not looking well. Can you guys move in to this particular province? If we could somehow push them back, all of Moldova should repair itself eventually. I don't know if we're really making gains. It doesn't feel like we are. We are definitely pushing in the right direction, though. You guys need to go here, and you guys need to go here. Negative 35,000. We're losing about 200 weapons a day. And all of our forts are definitely doing quite nice, even though if they are level 2. Let's continue building up our military factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And push those to the top. Do I need any better radar stations? I do need better radar stations. I just don't know if it's necessary. In fact, my pretty much main concern is infantry equipment. So I can, order some ridiculously risky plays. Start conquering whatever we can. The United States has declared war on the German Reich. The United States has decides to stand against fascism. But I feel like we could win this war even without the help of the United States. They are entering the war 3 years late. But I'm hoping... Actually, let's move all these military factories to the top because they're almost done. I'm hoping that things are going to start turning into our fortune very, very soon. And we've got a lot of troops. It's just that we are in bad positions. I want you guys to... I want all of these units to push forward. You guys to push forward. You guys to push in. You guys to push in. You guys to push in. If it doesn't work, then we'll just retreat. But who knows? Maybe someplace we'll gain some territories, some territory, and who knows? Let's push you guys in as well. Is anything green? It looks like we've actually missed a few units. So who knows? We're definitely making strides. I would like this particular province. I have no idea if we're ever going to get it. Let's take these units, continue the push. We did make some gains. Ace Pilot has been promoted. It looks like we made another gain. I would really like my radar station. I don't know if that'll ever come back. Continuing our push. You guys go down. You guys go down. This area should definitely be mine because we're attacking from 3 different positions. Alright, looking up at Germany. I don't see any naval invasions of the sort. And we took the island of Rhodes. All of these units should die off in just a second, so that's good to know. And sadly, the island of Rhodes was never ours. So I feel like we need to go ahead and garrison that up eventually. And who knows? I don't really know if any units are going to come of it. But let's also go ahead and throw down a very small amount of naval bombers. In fact, we're going to probably put down 50 and throw them in the eastern Mediterranean. I don't even know if we have 50. And in fact, I really hope we don't use carrier naval bombers, but we'll see what happens. I see that there's about 150 units. We could probably go ahead and move all of these into Rhodes. And in fact, this can go up to 100, and this can be deleted. And let's go ahead and build up a better air base. And then hopefully we can make those gains that we needed to. So there should be 200 planes, but just in case they get bombed, I would like to have a slightly bigger air base. I think we are going to be successful in this push. You're going in, you're going in. I really need this province, because then we cross the river. Recon Company has been unlocked. We have, of course, moved forward again with our plans, so I am happy about that. I'm wondering if we should finally start working on the maintenance company. I think we should. And eventually, we're probably going to start building up better and better tanks. I don't know yet. We're down about 27,000, infantry equipment. How is the eastern frontier looking? Slightly poor, but once we get some weapons, we can obviously do some, crazy invasions. And I suppose we could keep working on our infantry equipment, building up what we can. $10, $11, $12, $13. We might even lose this one. $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19. And I understand that we have to do some repairs. I don't know exactly what we're going to, show just yet. Did we reconquer the radar station? Yes, we did. Can we build up better radar yet? Yes, we can. But you need to move this way. You need to go that way. You need to go in. You guys need to continue the push. Alright, it's saying we're not doing as well as we could be doing. And I feel like the German Reich has finally switched up to all adult serve, so I was correct. And the reason why this was so formidable for them is because they now have a lot less factory output. Minus 30% is a pretty hefty penalty. And the entire idea is the amount of weapons they're going to be producing is significantly less. Looking at, their construction speed is down. Looking at Italy, they have service by requirement. So the reason why we played Russia is they have so much manpower. I mean, we haven't even changed our conscription law yet. We're still on volunteers. And so I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. We are still pushing to the best of our ability, though we have obviously slowed down quite some. You're going to go in, you're going to go over. These three units have... None of these units were successful, which is very sad. Though we did take 2 provinces. And now we can build up that radar station we were talking so much about. Infantry equipment is the next thing we're going to be working on. I'm wondering if we're actually... Yeah, we now have positive infantry equipment. And we now have positive anti-tank. We have a 1,000. Surprisingly, we have 4.1 thousand artillery. Don't know where that came from. Alright, let's go ahead and modify our governments. We can now do close air support assistance. I don't even know if that's really useful. None of these are good, so we're going to go with close air support. I would like to declare war on Greece. Don't know if I will. Let's actually go ahead and push this guy up, so now we can spread out. Yeah, so ultimately I would like to take Thrace, but it looks like Italy never took it from Greece. I mean, they did, but Greece reconquered it. So let's try to go ahead and make our gains once again. And I don't want to cross this river. But I wonder if we could do something like this. And we're attacking from 2 angles. We most likely have better infantry equipment. So I feel like we're going to do a lot more damage than the enemy. But I feel like they also have artillery. Now, most of our units are fairly defensive-based. So that means all they really do is soak up damage and slow down the enemy while we whittle them down. Field hospitals have been unlocked. I guess we could go ahead... let's get Field Hospital rank 3 because we can. And then in a few days, I'll probably start working on things that I don't need. Maybe better tactical bombers, maybe a better navy, maybe even some air doctrines as well. Alright, we're definitely starting to make that push. I want all of these units to go in, these units to go over, these to go here, these to go there. Everybody's starting to make a significant push. Logistics companies have been unlocked. Let's also... I get that I could now move on to light tanks that I don't need. Already got the cruisers. Should we get any air doctrines? I don't think we need it. I think we should get better radar stations. At least start working on them, so then we can upgrade them later. Alright, it looks like we're going to be successful in these pushes. And you guys are going to go down, you're going to go over. We're about to have some very nice perimeters around these rivers, so that'll be awesome. Looks like all of these units have been cut off. They are going to get annihilated from almost every direction. There we go. Okay, so we're pushing back. We are doing well. I'm really hoping that they could destroy this medium tank regiment. Do we actually have positive infantry equipment? No, we do not. But we have 1.2 thousand support, what's the word I'm looking for? Close air support, so we might as well throw that down somewhere. And I understand that our tactical bombers, do we have a lot of extra of those? 712. So what we could do is add another 200 here, another 200 here. But I have so much close air support, I would like to obviously utilize that. Let's go ahead and throw in 1,000. I don't know. I guess we could do 600. Nah, let's throw in 1,000. And if some get shot down, I am absolutely fine with that. You need to go to this area. And we need to reconquer Vladivostok. And eventually, research slot available. We're working on field hospitals. We are working on better engineering. I think we should go ahead and start working on decryption. But as soon as we get a positive amount of infantry equipment, I'm going to build one more infantry equipment, push you all the way to the top, do one more support equipment, and then I feel like from now on we're going to be building light tanks, just to help us out in whatever way we can. Alright, so all of that extra infantry equipment will definitely be put to good use, especially over in Asia, where we are already doing well. Can I go ahead and produce some extra mountaineers? Just to be safe, I'm going to make 19, and only because we'll have an even 100. And I get that this negative 8,000 went to negative 55, but I don't think it's going to be much of a big deal. We are obviously putting in whatever resources we can into these mountaineers, and we're going to pump those out whenever we can. And once our mountaineers are probably prepped and ready to go, we're going to begin our advancement into Manchuria, into Japan, and I feel like we're only going to be conquering and conquering. Alright, all of these units don't need to be here, all this infrastructure. We now finally finished up that carrier, so let's start working on other types of light cruisers. The Light Cruiser 3 variant inside this province. It's not necessarily Vladivostok, but it's in the general vicinity. Now, I'm also a little curious. I would like to go ahead and funnel in a lot of extra experience into our tactical bombers. And you know what? I think I will. And so let's go ahead and throw in a bunch of engines. Maybe one more reliability, one more range. Can I do another range? I don't know if I need more range. Let's do another reliability. 490. So now all of the tactical bombers we produce are going to be significantly better. Though I'm not even sure we needed to use all of that air experience. And you know what else we could do? If I had enough political power, I would switch over this military theorist to like an aviation theorist. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Still waiting on 44,000 infantry equipment. And then once we finally hit 0, I'll probably go ahead and begin the order to attack whatever we can. Though, sadly, Greece now has 11 units of infantry. Alright, all of these units need to move in. These units need to move there. You guys need to move down. You need to go here. You guys are moving in. You guys are moving in. Alright, and I believe some of these are going to be successful. I don't know if all of them will, but it's nice to finally see us gain some air experience back. And I would like to use that army experience, but it's really just not worth my time. Did we ever start researching the light tank? No, we did not. Alright, I see some naval combat, some naval skirmishes. Nothing that we can't handle. I'm happy that we did take Danzig, though. Now, we've gained some military factories, a dockyard, and a civilian factory. We took that from the Germans. Alright, looks like we are making strides once again. And we're about to take another province. And now we have reconquered the entire province of Woland, though sadly we need to rebuild our infrastructure. But so, like I said, the idea, though, is we never actually built any type of military factories. So now, we don't necessarily need to worry about it as often. I'm also a little curious. I see that we have air superiority in a bunch of these regions. But could I improve it anywhere else? I could probably put on about 100 planes inside Asia Minor. And I get that it's not much, but at least we have somewhat of a defense. And are these going to be improving? Yes, they are. Much better fighters. Alright, Hungary are finally about to be pushed out of Russia. It has taken us way too long. You're going to go in. You guys are going to go down. You can attack from that angle. You all can go in as well. And I know for a fact that this is going to be successful, or at least it should, because we're attacking from so many different angles. We have superior numbers. Yeah, there we go. Hungary, the last province of Hungary should fall very soon. And I might even go ahead and put on some airplanes in that airfield. I don't know yet. I see that a carrier has finished up. The British Raj would like a white, not a white peace, but a non-aggression pact. All of these units need to take this province. It says we're going to be successful. Yes, we are. Fantastic. So all we need to now do is continue the push, and then this province right here will repair itself automatically, and then we'll never need to worry about, you know, a damaged radar station, supposedly. And just like that, it is no longer in the combat provinces. I'm wondering if we should build up any infrastructure. I don't know if we need to. Don't think we're going to worry about it. And I guess I'm also going to throw an end to this episode. So thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.